The project started off with Jem and I trying super hard in order to fit a metaphor into our project. Eventually, we stumbled upon the idea of animating a 3D model of a turtle island. The turtle island object itself is a metaphor. The turtle is so huge that it almost resembles an island in the middle of the sea. Meanwhile, we were also interested in creating an immersive voyage experience for the user. When with the pink sky background, the artwork puts the user into an imaginary environment where the ocean can touch the sky. It took us a while to find a downloadable and a compatible 3D model that is in line with our expectation of how it should look like. With Patrick's help, we were able to finally render the 3D model with all the material files in Max.
For the camera movement in this project, I used the jitter camera object to move the camera around the 3D environment. So I used three different counters that go from various different values and a metro that defines how fast they go through. Basically, I moved the camera position and rotation around to give the feeling of being in a helicopter, being on a ship that's moving with the waves, and a submarine that just stands still and can look around using the motion scrubber that we used for the computer vision projects.
We also had to create the body of water in Max by ourselves because the way Maya exports transparent objects. With regard to the control, there were multiple input sources. Namely, there was the audio input controlled by soundtracks we found online. There was the motion scrubber patcher from the computer vision project, and there was Arduino. We once considered adding an RGB LED to the breadboard so the Arduino interface could become part of the metaphor when the light fades at the same rate as the display. However, the breadboard was too tiny for us to add on anything else besides the heat sensor and the button, which are the main sources of input that control the animation. On the other hand, the artwork itself contains the metaphor of an invisible spaceship that have multiple states: a ship, a helicopter, and a submarine.
We used the Arduino to control the different states of the camera. So when you press the button, you change between the states of being on a helicopter, being on the ship, and being in the submarine. There's also a heat sensor that, depending on the temperature, increases or decreases the speed in which you travel, and in which the camera shakes. So the heat sensor is basically tied to the metronome that all the counters are tied to, and then the button just switches between the three patches that have the camera movements for the specific states.